Всем привет! С вами CHICAGA School, и сегодня мы с вами поговорим о телефонах. Телефон — это такая вещь, которую мы с вами буквально не выпускаем из рук. Однако я думаю, что большинство даже не задумывается о том, как сказать самые банальные, простые, но важные фразы. Например, «я тебе перезвоню» или «запиши мне голосовое сообщение», например. Хотя такие фразы вам точно пригодятся. Особенно представьте себе ситуацию, вам звонит кто-то из международной компании, и вам нужно эти фразы вдруг использовать. Так вот, если вы хотите узнать фразы, связанные с телефоном, тогда давайте начинать. Внимание! Следующая информация будет строго на английском языке. Мы вас предупредили. Let's go! And first, two words, two phrases which we use all the time, because we do that all the time. It's texting or messaging, Basically, it's about the same. Those expressions are pretty much the same in terms of the meaning. You can use any of them, both message or text, it doesn't really matter. Both words are meant to describe the act of, just typing the message to your friend, to your colleague, your relative, it doesn't really matter.
Ed, stop texting! I'm not texting.
Via phone messenger, because in most cases we use messengers, we text much more than we call other people. This is like a phenomenon of the 21st century. It is quite interesting. In most cases people prefer to text rather than to call each other, even if they have very good relationships. I don't know why. For me, for example, sometimes it's easier to call a person instead of texting, but people are different, times are different, so now it's pretty much okay. But when we call someone, the act of basically typing the number and connecting to a person is called dialing. I am dialing a number, which means that I am calling someone. So when we call a person, sometimes this person can be unavailable. That means that the line is probably busy or engaged. That means that the person you are calling to is talking to someone else, or something has happened to the line, so you just can't reach the person you are calling. This is when we say the line is busy. That means that the person is talking to someone, or the line is engaged.
I'm sorry, sir, that line is busy.
If things like that happen, then, don't worry, this person will probably call you back. That means that after this person receives the message about a missed call, they will call you back again. Yeah. Or you can also leave a message on a voicemail. Now I think voicemail is not something that every second person does, though it's still a very useful thing. It is when you for some reason can't reach a person, you can just leave a message and they can listen to it later when the line is not busy anymore.
Voicemail! I'm gonna leave a voicemail!
This is a very cool thing, especially if it is a business number that you're using, or if you care about people who, have a missed calls from. And if everything is okay and you call the person and they picked up the phone from the first try, and then at the end of the conversation, you just hang up. It means that you finish the call. That's it. And now it's probably not that important, because in most cases we use, basic ringtones, we use basic melodies. Usually it's like iPhone thing, because a lot of people now have iPhones and people use just basic thing that they have. But before, I think about maybe 10 years ago, it was very popular to download different ringtones so you can be, the most fashionable person around. Yeah, it was a thing. Now it's not exactly a thing anymore, but some people still prefer to choose an interesting ringtone. Yeah, ringtone is basically a melody that you pick for a call. When you receive a call, you will hear this melody. Some people, with busy lives, or, people who have a lot of business meetings or something, they prefer to have their phones on silent or vibrate mode. It is basically a mode when your phone, it doesn't make a sound when someone calls you, but it moves very fast from side to side, which creates vibration. Or it's just, you can see that someone is calling you, but there is just no sound at all. No vibration, no sound. This is quite convenient for people who are constantly busy or they have a lot of things to do which involves talking or spending time with other people, and they just don't want to be disturbed or they just don't want to disturb people around. So, it's just, the matter of convenience. Or sometimes you just can be in a quiet zone. Quiet zone is basically a place where it's not exactly forbidden, but it's not allowed to have your phone on, a normal mode when everybody can hear your ringtone. In that case, you are not obliged, but it's more like a rule that you have to turn off the notification and all the sounds on your phone. And besides texting, we also have other means of communication. Well, but in terms of messaging, there is also a thing which is called instant messages. A lot of social networks, like ВКонтакте or Facebook, they have instant messages built in. It means that you can exchange messages with people instantly. That means that they see a message as soon as you type it, as soon as you send it, and they can reply in no time, just like in a second, which is quite great. But besides that, we also have, for example, well, now it's not exactly popular, but before it was a huge success. It was Skype. If you remember, we used Skype a lot, maybe like 5-7 years ago. It was a huge thing. It is basically a video call service which you can use. It is free and you can contact people from all around the world and you can see them, it's like a video call. It is quite cool. Now we have different not substitutions, but similar type of apps. For example, Zoom or Discord now has an option to have a video call, which is, something that people use much more than Skype. Skype kind of became like a general name for services like that. So to Skype someone basically means to have a video call with someone. Yeah, before it was just only about this app, Skype. Now it's about every other similar types of apps. We also say, let's Skype. It means that let's have a video call. И переключаемся на русский. Ну что, было легко или сложно? Узнали что-нибудь новое для себя? Может быть, вошли во вкус и хотите узнать еще больше? Надеюсь, что да. И если да, то приходите на наши занятия в очном или онлайн формате в школу Чикаго. А если вдруг вы не выпускаете телефон из рук даже в метро и постоянно хотите что-то новое изучать, тогда для вас есть онлайн-курс на нашей Chicago Platform. Также напоминаю, что прямо по ссылке внизу вы можете пройти небольшой тест, чтобы определить свой текущий уровень и понять, какой курс подходит именно вам. А на сегодня мы с вами прощаемся. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.